Hello and welcome back. Today I want to talk about something different, quite different. Let's say enter from a different angle. I've titled this video the First World Problems. And the basic point I want to get across in this video is that first world problems are not. One of the benefits of traveling around the world, and the reason many believe, myself included, that it's the best education that one can possibly obtain for himself, is that it'll show you and teach you firsthand what things are better where you are and what things are better over there. And no matter, believe me, take it from me, as I've learned from others who have traveled even more than myself, no matter where you go in the world, no matter where you're living, some things are better where you are and some things are better over there. Those who are born and raised or educated in America, they're told from a young age that this is the greatest country in the world, and in many respects it is. As much as some groups are trying to degrade it and take all the things that made it great away from it and make it like all the other countries, I don't know why, but they are hell-bent on doing that. It's still one of those countries that in terms of what makes it special, as far as I'm concerned, is that somebody can come from any part of the world and have a very good chance of making it to the very top, as we're seeing the examples every day. We see here even just in the business aspect of life, but also in politics. We see people that have immigrated from other countries and are now at the highest levels of political power in this country. But the reason I want to talk about first world problems is a double-edged sword. On one hand, we've got the groups that say, hey, I've got everything I need right here. Why do I need to go anywhere else? Those people make me cringe. Because I know people that are very wealthy. They could do whatever they want with a flip of a finger, but they don't. They believe that where they are is the best, and they're not even interested in finding out. To me, that's directly equivalent of trying only one food in your life when you're at a big buffet and you say, well, I like this burger and fries here. I'm not going to try anything else. And the burning question is, unless you try, unless you go and see, unless you experience, how would you know? How would you possibly know that you don't like it or that you hate it? On the other hand, on the other side of this double-edged sword, we got those people that want to, let's say, they idealize the perfect world of socialist countries, how great it is over there, Example, let's just say for the sake of the example, I love people of Sweden. I love that country. But let's say certain politicians that say, well, we want to be like Sweden, whatever. And I think when the Swedish people hear that, they're laughing. They're laughing and they're ridiculing him and the people that support him because they know better. The thing is, when you travel, not just as a tourist, go to a museum and then go back home, but when you travel and observe with open eyes and you actually see how people are living, then you appreciate what you have here. First world problems to me is someone being very upset because their hairdresser has moved away to another place and now they have to drive 5 miles to go to her and get the services from her. Or that they're worried about which bathroom to go to, and what the bathroom says on the door, and that's really something that's making them lose sleep at night. And people that say, well, no disrespect to people that are suffering from clinical depression. I know friends and members of family that are suffering from that. But my point here is, if you haven't eaten for 2 days, if you don't know where you're going to sleep tonight and it's very cold outside, if your child is crying because your child is hungry and you don't have money to feed it, I think depression and whether or not your hairdresser is close to you, or what it says on the bathroom door, I think those move down the list of your life priorities very quickly. You won't even know you have those problems when you haven't eaten for 2 days. Try it for a while if you don't believe me. And the point is, if you travel, you'll see it. But if you're experiencing life through your television and the biased media, then they'll tell you whatever you want to believe. And if you haven't gone, if you haven't tasted that food, they say, oh, Indian food is spicy, you won't like it. I say, okay, well, it's spicy, I won't like it, I guess I won't try it. If that's your only outlet, that's your only source of information, then that's not a way to live your life. I don't think any of us was meant to be born in one place, stay in one place until we're dead without experiencing. What's the point? Then what is the point? What is it all for if we do that? I've gone to places where I've seen abject poverty, and I've seen a family of 4 living in the driving rain on the mud floors on the corner of the street. And we've gone places outside of the West, where people have parties on the deck of their yacht and drive half a mile in their $500,000 Bugatti to have a drink at a friend's yacht. So I've seen it all, and when you're exposed to that, you realize that some things are better here and some things are better over there. The thing is, you have to decide, you have to know, as most of you I'm sure already know, what is important to you. What do you like? Do you like skiing? Do you like to go to the beaches? Do you like city life? Do you like somewhere where taxes are low? Do you like somewhere where you have animals and a farm and you can raise animals? Whatever it is, there are places that will offer you what you want at much lower price, at much lower cost than where you are, what you're getting in the West. If you're living in the United States or Canada or Western Europe, there are places you can go where your money will go so much further and you'll get actually more. There are some things that you cannot even get no matter how much money you have in the West. And they're only available in other places. As an example, where in the West can you get a 2-hour massage? And I'm talking about a real therapeutic massage, when you just feel like lying down and getting your up down. A 2-hour massage for $10. You cannot get that in the West. It's just not available. Even if you pay the money and get it, it won't be the same quality. It won't be the same atmosphere. The therapist who's performing the service is just not going to be the same as those countries where giving massage is part of their culture. It's something that they're born into, and they do it with love. They're not forced to do it just for money. They could be doing something else. So knowledge is power, and it's knowing where to go to get things that makes all the difference in the world. You go and somewhere and you see what you have to pay to live, for medical services, for recreation, for whatever it is that you like, and you see, oh my God, this is so much less, and my money with my current financial ability, I can get so much more than I did in my own country. There are so many, for example, Americans that are retiring in countries like Panama, or some like to go to Mexico. That wouldn't be my first recommendation. No disrespect to the people of Mexico. Many people are living in Mexico, San Miguel de Allende and places like that, and are very, very, very happy. And they're inviting their friends to go also live there, and they are, and they're having a great time. But there are places where you can go and get so much more quality of life for so much less money. I hope to be able to convey to you in these videos and to show you places you can go for things that matter to you, for things that are important to you. You know, what you like might not be the same as what somebody else likes, and let the choice of a destination be made based on what's important to you, because there are many people that give you paint you a rosy picture of how things are in other countries, and they conveniently leave all the negatives, you know, aside. They tell you, well, such and such Eastern European country is very, very, very inexpensive, and that's true. But when you go there, you know why it's inexpensive, because after about a week you realize you're bored to death, and you know, what's the use of that? What kind of a deal is that? It has to be a place where has something to offer to you. And again, we hope to be able to show you those places based on the activities and the lifestyle that you like to live. Hope this brief little talk has been eye-opening for you and piqued your interest, and we'll be back to you with another video. All the best.